Yes, sir. We'll do that.
All right. Thank you, Rakiben. So, in Baba's dictionary, if you have observed that perfect word is rarely used, what Baba says is accuracy. How to become worthy of worship accurately is the main subject of the Murli, is the main essence or core of of today's Murli, you can say. Baba say that worthy of worship souls are like the lights of the world. They become the images of support of the new world, and their ascending stage that is primarily responsible for taking the world into elevated stage. Their each action determines how the world would be. Like, for an example, when we, the worthy of worship souls, are falling down, the world enters into the stage of declination, Baba says. When we transform, the world transforms. And also, Baba says that Brahmin souls are worthy of worship's souls because Brahmin become deity and then deities become worthy of worship. So, the basis of worthy of worship souls is not only purity alone, but there are different types of purity which Baba has explained. It's mainly the dharana, what we are acquiring in subtle way that determines our worthy, the degree of worthy of worship souls, you can say. So, today's Murli, the revised date is 17th of October 1987. The decoration of Brahmin life is purity. Today, Bab Dada is looking at his children of the world from everywhere who are especially going to be worthy of worship. Out of whole world, so few become invaluable, worthy of worship jewels. Only the worthy of worship souls become the special lights of the world. Just as where there is no light in the body, there is no world. In the same way, if in this world there were not you elevated, worthy of worship souls, you lights of the world would have no importance. Like in the body, when the light, the soul is gone, the body has no value, no importance. So Baba is comparing we, the worthy of worship souls, who are very few compared to the whole population. When our lights, like we are in our elevated stage, when we are there, the world is alive, the world is still have importance. The golden age, the first age, and the Satopradhan age, the new world, begins with you, special souls. You worthy of worship souls are the images of support for the new world. So, you should have so much importance. You worthy of worship souls are the new lights for the world. Baba says spatial lights of the world, and now Baba says new lights for the world. Your stage of ascending becomes instrumental to take the world into its elevated stage. We will read, we will listen to the Murli, and we will feel and we will experience that how much I have become, how close or how far I am into that stage. We will keep on checking. When you enter the stage of falling down, the world too enters into the stage of falling down. When you are transformed, the world is transformed. You are such great souls with such importance. Today, Bab Dada was looking at all children. To become a Brahmin means to become worthy of worship because Brahmins become deities and deities means worthy of worship. All deities are worthy of worship. Nevertheless, they're definitely number wise. Some deities are worshipped regularly in the right way, and some deities are not. Now, Baba will tell that how our each action will determine the degree of the worthy of worship souls. Some are decorated in the right way every day, whereas other are not decorated every day. They are superficially decorated on the surface, but not in the right way. In front of some deities, devotional songs are sung all the time, whereas those songs are only sung sometimes in front of others. What is the reason for all of that? All of you are called Brahmins. All of you study knowledge and yoga. And yet, why is there is this difference? Why is there this difference? There is difference in dharana. However, sorry, nevertheless, do you know on the basis of which particular dharana it is number wise? The spatial basis of becoming worthy of worship is purity. The more you adopt all types of purity, the more you become worthy of worship in every way. Those who easily adopt purity constantly in the right way as their original and eternal virtue are those who become worthy of worship in the right way. So, the original and eternal virtue is to adopt constant purity, not only purity but constant purity. Now, Baba is explaining the types of purity. What are all the types of purity? Those souls who easily and automatically fulfill their responsibilities in all their connections and relationships to all souls, whether in knowledge or without knowledge, through their every thought, word, and deed with a constantly pure attitude, vision, and vibrations, are said to have all types of purity. So, first, Baba says the souls easily and automatically fulfill. When we are with the Brahmin souls, it is easy, you know, it comes very spontaneously. But when we are with the souls of the world who are not in the knowledge, who is yet to recognize Baba, there the spontaneity sometimes won't come very fast. We need to, you know, build that ability. because their dharna, their bhavna, their attitude, their words, everything definitely is different. But Baba here says that instead of judging based on that, what we have to do, it should be easy and automatic, because that is also a kind of impurity when we judge, when we discriminate these souls in gyan, these souls are not in gyan. So Baba, that is why he says that it should come easily and automatically. We have to fulfill their responsibility. Maybe they're in knowledge or not in knowledge, with our word, deeds, and constant pure attitude, vision, and vibration. So, our vision, our drishti should be as in last to last Avyakta Murli, if you would remember, Baba's told three things: drishti, vritti, kriti. So, our vision should be Atmik. We only see them living light, pure soul, Bab Saman, no matter whether they're in knowledge, what is their habits, their sanskar. We are not looking at that. So it is very, very important. And the vibration. So when we will keep such vision, our vibration will automatically be pure towards them. So Baba said, even in your dreams, when Baba is talking about purity, even in your dreams, there should be nothing lacking in adopting all types of purity for the self and for others. For instance, if celibacy is broken even in your dreams, or if you perform action or speak to another soul under the influence of jealousy or anger, if your interaction with that one is based on even a trace of anger, that would also be considered to be breaking the vow of purity. So purity is a very, 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 very deep subject. So sometimes, as we have the sanskar of 63 births, unknowingly, few sanskar comes and gets mixed up when we are dealing with someone. So Baba says that sometimes we come under the influence of jealousy or anger. Oh, I should get that seva. I should have been better. I could have done it better. So these all kind of a comparison is under body consciousness, which is impure. Body consciousness means is impure. So this jealousy, anger always come when we come under the person identification. So Baba says, if your interaction with that one is based on even a trace of anger, that will also not be considered and would be considered to be breaking the vow of purity. Just think about it. If even dreams have such an effect, then how much effect would action performed physically have? This is why an idol that is damaged is never worthy of worship. Khandit Murti is never considered to be damaged idol, is never considered to be worthy of worship. Even a small part of the idol is not created the way it should be. Maybe that is not been figured out with the naked eyes, but still, if there is a small defect, very, very small, that is also not been kept in the temple. Damaged idols are not placed in the temples, they stay in the museum of today. Devotees do not go there. Their devotees definitely won't go to museum for worshipping those idols, right? There is just their praise. These are very old idols. That is all. They call the damage of the physical limbs breakage. But in fact, if there is the breakage of observing purity in any way, then the soul becomes deprived of receiving worthy of worship status. In the same way, if all four types of purity are observed in the right way, then the worship too is in the right way. Purity in your minds. Now, Baba is explaining what are the four types of purity which will make us, the Brahmin souls, exact worthy of worship in a right way. The first is mind, words, action. In relationship and connection are included in actions, and dreams is called complete purity. Underline that is the main crux of this Murli, which we will never ever forget. So the four types of purity is mind, words, actions. Actions, Baba says relationships and connections are included in actions, and dreams is called complete purity. Because of carelessness, some children try just to make do and move along with the older ones or younger ones, saying, my intention was very good, but the words just emerged. Or that was not my aim, but it just happened. Or I only said that or did as a joke. So these happens in this ways, as Baba says, that sometimes they say it's not my intention. My intention was very good, but somehow the word emerged. Maybe when we are into in a very giving the teaching to someone, we again comes to the body consciousness stage, and maybe we keep a very good intention, but seeing someone's current state or stage, few words emerged which are not elevated, which may be non motivating or can bring their state of mind down. So we have to be very careful. Maybe our intention is good, but our words are also elevated and soft and sweet. And sometimes we say that was not my aim, but it just happened, which sometimes happen if you would judge, if you would introspect out of carelessness. We don't have complete attention to ourselves. Yesterday's in Sakar Murli Baba says, attention please, which means instead of seeing anything else, we should see Baba and we should be in the combined state. We can see our each and every sankalp being a detached observer. And then only we will keep the distance from our mind and we can take better care of ourselves. Our thoughts, words, and action will be synchronized. Sometimes we say that I only said that or did as a joke. Sometimes taunting, say, uh, it's not a very good thing. We thought that I made a joke, I didn't mean it, but still it hurts someone. It is not. It is not suitable. It is not in the dictionary of Brahmin souls that we can make joke, we can taunt someone. So that is what Baba says. This is also making do, and that is why the worthy of worship, and that is why the worship of you is also just making do. Very important. This carelessness makes you number wise in the stage of being fully worthy of worship. This too is accumulated in the account of impurity. These all things are impure because if you would just observe yourself, there is some sort of adulteration, some sort of body consciousness mixed up, and that is why our vacha, our words, are like that. So definitely it comes from the impurity. So Baba says, if this carelessness makes you number wise and this too accumulates the account of impurity, you were told that the sign of worthy of worship, pure souls, is that all four types of their purity will be natural. Again, we will revise the four type of purities where mind, words, action, in relationship and connection, and in dreams. So Baba says these four types of purity should be natural for the worthy of worship souls. It should be easy and constant. I don't need to put effort to, bring myself to that state. They don't have to think about it, but the dharana of purity automatically makes their thoughts, words, deeds, and dreams accurate. Firstly, accurate means to be yog yukta. And secondly, accurate means that every thought would have a meaning. It wouldn't be meaningless. You would not say, I said it just like that for the sake of it. It is immersed. I just did it or it just happened. Such pure souls constantly remain accurate and yukti yukta in every action. That is through their whole day's activity. This is why every action of such souls is worshipped. That is, their whole day's activity is worshipped. A viewing is given of all their different activities from the time they wake up to the time they go to sleep. If any action is not accurate or not constantly according to the timetable created for Brahmin life, then because of that difference, there will be a difference in the way that you are worshipped. For instance, if someone is not disciplined in waking up at Amrit Vela, then in their worship too, their worshippers will also fluctuate in worshipping them. That is, the worshippers will also not wake up at the right time and worship them. They will only worship them when it suits them. Or else, if they don't experience an awakened stage at Amrit Vela, if sometimes they sit under compulsion, sometimes with laziness, and sometimes with alertness, then their worshippers too will worship them under compulsion or laziness. They will not worship them in the right way. In this way, every action of the timetable affects becoming worthy of worship. Not to move along in the right way, to fluctuate in any part of the timetable is also counted as a trace of impurity. Because, Baba is explaining, laziness and carelessness are also vices. Actions that are not accurate are a vice. Therefore, that is a trace of impurity, isn't it? Because of this, you become number wise in attaining a worthy of worship status. So, what is the foundation? Purity. The dharana of purity is very deep. The ways and means of actions are based on purity. Purity is not just gross things. Simply to be celibate or to remain free from attachment is not called purity. Purity is the decoration of Brahmin life. Others should experience a decoration of purity from your face and your activity at every moment. The decoration of purity should always be revealed in a practical way in your eyes, your mouth, hands, and feet. Anyone who looks at your face should experience purity in your features. Ruhaniyat, the beautiful word is ruhaniyat. Just as they speak of others' types of features, similarly, they should say the purity is visible in your features. That there is sparkle of purity in your eyes and the smile of purity on your lips. So this all come naturally when there is a exact uh, the way Baba said, the four types of purity we are, following and bringing it to dharana. They should not see anything else. This is called being an image that is decorated with the decoration of purity. So when we will become real pure, the others when see us, they will also only see the features. Purity will be visible in their features. They will see that there is a sparkling pure eyes. They will see purity in our eyes. They will see our smile of purity on lips. So nothing else would be seen other than this, Baba said. That is way also we can determine how much pure we have become. They should not see anything else. This is called being an image that is decorated with the decoration of purity. Do you understand? There is a lot more depth to purity, which you will continue to hear later. Just as the philosophy of actions is deep, so too the definition of purity is also very deep, and purity is the foundation. Acha. So I believe we can close here because this Murli will continue tomorrow. And it's a very deep Murli, lot of introspection, lot of observation are required. So maybe we can take here 1 minute silence. We can think, we can remember, revise what we all have heard, and later on we can share, we can discuss. Thank you. If you all are ready, you can unmute yourself and share your thoughts.
Om Shanti, sister.
Yes.
Urvaj Pujaatma. And now in the conference age, I am just a mass of clay, or you can say a big mass of stone. Just see in the beginning of the confluence age, what a job Baba the sculptor had. All his children were disfigured. They were totally bereft of, maybe like you said, in damaged hands not there, or so many inconsistencies were there. That's how when he landed in the beginning of the confluence age, he saw his children through all these ages how they become. And now he takes the hammer, he gives us the Srimat, and he sculpts us with his hands. I was just a stone, but with the hammer of God's love and God's Srimat, the more I get hammered, I get refined. This is actually a picture you get how an idol is created. It's a very beautiful thing to know. I especially went through when this Ayodhya Ram was being created, the way they selected what idol, what eyes, what thing should be taken. I understood what is the sanctity behind an idol. But here Baba is saying, you are the idols. You are the ones who are going to be worthy of worship there. So the vision I create now, the more I surrender myself to the hammer of God, I would be a well worshipped soul in copperage. For that, Baba tells us one word, purity. And such a beautiful connection. It's actually only half of the connection Baba has given. If any of these vows are broken, same will be reflected. We will see so many temples where idols are glorified with, and their abhishek is done on them. There are so many kinds of ceremonies on those idols. So will I be a well decorated, well worshipped, well visited idol in a temple, or just left in the corners of some road? You get these kinds of idols on the road. Even they are worshipped, but they are not worshipped in the way an idol in a temple. But still, I have a positive feeling. However, I'm still an idol. I am still being worshipped. And you spoke about broken idol. See, there are two kinds of broken idol, sister. One is when we were attacked by foreigners and all. They looted and they attacked the temples and they left it all very bad. That is one kind of attack. So I was thinking, what is the mistake I have done in this conference age that I have to be attacked by a foreigner? Or there may be some wear and tear of idols, and those are never kept. Because you cannot have a, as you said, Kandit Murti that's allowed to flow in the river or any body. So it's a beautiful theory of what is happening to me now and what will I be in the copper age. It's a nice journey. I think still we have time. Still we should be a surrender to the hammer. Om Shanti.
Thank you, sister. Anyone else?
Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Divine Family. And today, Baba Murli, the one reflection point is that to be a worthy of worship soul, that whatever you do actions, that all replicate to your who is following you. Suppose you are not carelessness. If with carelessness, so that carelessness carry forward to your followers, and let's get up at early yes, Amrut Vela, like that. So this very attention and awareness that we have to take that carefulness. This is very much importance. Purity, all purity on our actions, our face reflect our that's a lot of things, purity. It's we are I think so. Miss purity on surface level we are mis understanding, but it's a very deep level of Baba here mentions what we have to do. So thank you very much, and thank you, Baba.
Anyone else?
So while Baba is talking about purity at a deeper level, and Baba says why there are few deities they have been worshipped for their every action. And what I was remembering was how in Srinathji, every uh, time, as per the action, as per the day, the entire decoration of Sri Krishna is in a different form. And then we see there are certain deities that have been only worshipped on a particular day. And Turi Baba is giving what is the reason behind it. So the point to take back home is how much should be the depth of my consciousness of awareness as to where am I on the chart of purity. It's going to be a practice which is going to be ongoing. Um, that's what touched me from the Murli today.
Shanti,
Yeah,
very
I,
good morning.
Thank you, sister.
uh, just one point I remember, sister. You know, when we used to
We
do
will
yoga,
also give the chance to others to speak who has not yet spoken. One sister and one brother were trying to say something. Can you please let them talk first? Yeah.
Good morning, Divine Family. Today, shall I continue?
Yeah. Brother, we will take you after this, definitely. Yes, Chandrakala, ma'am, you can continue.
Actually, really, it's a very true introspection and insightful, Murli. As Baba says, we are the actor and actress on the stage. Each action was observed by the people in and around us. So the way how we speak, the way how we behave, the way how we walk, everything has been observed. Why? Because we declare to the world that we are BKs, we are godly children. That is the reason before talking we need to think thousand times more than that, and be our drishti, our vacham, our actions, everything is observed by others. So that's the reason, as you said, sister, yesterday, Baba says in Sakar Murli, attention, please. Even we teachers, when students are in the class, usually when they are talking, when their attention is goes somewhere, we'll ask them, hey, students, attention. So in the same way, yesterday in Sakar Murli's, Baba was saying, attention. So each our behavior should be with the attention and with the concentration. So before talking, before whatever the action we'll do, before that we need to be attentive, as well as we should be careful. So even Baba was speaking about the defects in the um, that sculpture. So it's not suitable and it's not perfect for the temple. The idols if it's have any defect. So that's the reason we need to check ourselves whether we are appropriate idol for the temple. That's the reason some idols were continuously, means every day it was decorated and it was worshipped. Whether we are aiming to that kind of idol, or occasionally once in a month, or occasionally on any festivals the idol is going to worship, what kind of idols we are, we need to check. Actually, it's a very insightful, Murali. Check and change. Thank you for the opportunity. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Brother, you can speak now.
Yeah, thank you, sister. Thank you, sister. Baba talks about expression of purity in eyes and lips. That's it. It seems to be present. It is expressible. It's such a quality. And as the beauty lies in the eyes of a beholder, if we imbibe it, then we can see it in others as well and compound that vibration. So it's essential for us Brahmin children to imbibe it so as to create a pure environment that is filled with such pure vibrations. And also, it might, I mean, once it starts sparkling from our own side, it might be inspiring others as well to imbibe it, is what I think.
Yes, and if you would remember, in the Murli, Baba says that, those souls, like uh, the pure souls, they can automatically fulfill the responsibilities towards them, no matter if they are in knowledge or not in knowledge, with their vision and vibrations were one of them. So, when we are not discriminating as a body, when we are not keeping any interest about who they are, what they are, caste, creed, community, religion, their specialities, their weakness, shortcomings, we are just, removing all the layers and seeing them in a pure divine light, the way Baba seeing us, then everything comes organically, everything comes automatically, and everything comes spontaneously beyond these differences, beyond this discrimination. But when we see body, then all these things come. But if we would keep our vision constantly like this, the automatically vibration that you will create will attract those souls, will, give that souls the same sense of purity, and the smile, the eyes will only are only seeing that. The smile is not towards any face, towards any person. It is towards the soul. I'm happy to see the child of God. I'm seeing the living light, another child of God who is Bab Saman. So automatically our drishti, our sthul drishti, our, even our smile will be changed. So that is where we have to, as Girija sister said, we need to surrender to God. The way He's telling us, the way He's asking us to do everything. Sometimes we get lazy with our timetable also, that I'm too lazy, I don't feel like doing, I'm burnout, whatever. So that is very, very important, that surrendering. Even I don't feel like, my mind says that let it be, I will go in the evening class, or I don't feel like waking up, or I'm not in an alert state. Baba has empowered on our buddhi. If we would record, no, I have to, our intellect says no, you have to. That is how our buddhi became tamopradhan to satopradhan. And then I can ignore the kind of thought is coming to my mind out of carelessness or laziness. My buddhi said, you have to do. The way a sportsman never ever misses its practice. That is how we should be very alert, and uh, you know we cannot miss it. We have to do it consistently, and that comes from surrendering. Whatever Baba says, however the way he's asking me to do, I will do that. That's it. That will gradually bring the transformation. So that is how the big transformation happens, as Baba says. When we fall down, the world also goes into the declination. And exactly that is what had happened when the Dwapar Yuga started. Our two minds got created. That is why it's Dwapar. One is pure mind, and one is the mind which created out of vices. So that is we need now to dissolve with Baba. Anyone else would like to share? Rakhi Ben, can we move towards a meditation, as we all know that the race is going on? We
Yes,
have
yes,
to reach Murli class half an hour before the
yes.
fixed time. Okay, we all will sit comfortably. Our mind is relaxed. Our hand is placed in a comfortable way wherever you are sitting. Seeing yourself, a beautiful, conscious being, a pure silence, absolute truth. I, the living light, sitting with the supreme, sitting with the supreme soul, the supreme teacher. I'm not my mind. I'm not my thoughts. I'm not my sankalp. I'm not my judgment. I can see them with Baba as a detached observer. I'm sitting in total allowance where I'm not resisting any thoughts to come. I'm not fighting with any thoughts. I'm just observing them. They're coming and going like waves. I'm not judging. I'm just seeing them with Baba. My truth is not changing. My beauty is not changing. No matter what kind of sankalp is coming, what thought is coming in my mind, I'm just letting them come and go. I'm not putting any resistance towards them. Just experience it. Don't judge. No judgment. No fight with any of the thoughts. No effort to make them removed. When it is coming, if it is unnecessary, if it is not required, instead of judging the quality of the thought, I'm just giving it to Baba. I'm surrendering my intellect to him. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you to Baba. Thank you, Rashmi Ben. Thank you, Divine Family. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Until then, have a beautiful day.